Hi, I'm Julian Hirschberg here with Max Cheer again. We're going to be doing an air track class today. I'm using a Tumble Air Track. I think it's really important to note that air tracks are not a toy. They're kind of dangerous. If I'm being honest, I tore my ACL on one. They are definitely something you have to really be respectful of and be careful with. A big part of respecting and being careful with an air track at home is knowing what kind of ground you're on. Right now we're on grass and there's a slight incline-decline. So the reason I have mine angled this way is so that we can move with the incline-decline. It's better to go up a hill than on the side of a hill. We do not want to land like at a diagonal or sideways on a grade. It could hurt our knees, it could hurt our ankles. It's really important to make sure we're very safe while doing this. We're going to come into our phones. I highly recommend you download this app called iHandy Level. What you're going to choose is your level bar right here. Okay, it's just this little green thing. Your dad might just have a level bar, or your mom might have one just in their house, but I would highly recommend getting out a level bar. What that's gonna do is we're gonna take it on our tumble track. We're gonna set it down. We're gonna make sure this thing is level. I'm pretty dead on right there. Okay, I'm gonna check it a couple times down my track. Still pretty good to go. Okay, one more time. I'm starting to get a little bit off, but that's okay, I'm not too far. And by the end, I'm still a little bit close to that line. We want to make sure that bubble stays between the two lines. It's so important that we tumble on level surfaces. Okay, so now we're going to start off today with a ballistic warm-up. We're going to do a couple different things to just kind of get our bodies moving. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to rebound down and back on this track 2 times. So 1, 2. If you have a shorter track, I'd probably do this 4 times. If you have a longer track, you don't. So let's just go with that. All right. Arms behind the ears, pushing through the toes. So now we're going to do it backwards. You can tell I'm the tumbling coach because moving backwards is easier for me than going forward. So now we're going to do a ball jump. It's really important that we get our knees up into our chest and we have those toes kind of flexed upwards. So just to kind of remind everybody, we're going down and back with every one of these ballistic warm-up drills. So now we're going to do that same ball jump but backwards. Keep those arms behind the ears. Okay, so our next drill is going to be called karaoke. We're going to face the same direction at all times because karaoke is a side-based drill. So you go behind the leg, back, behind the leg, back. Okay? So we're just going to face the same way. We're going to go down and back, down and back. Okay, so now we're going to get more into our shaping drills. These are going to move a little bit quicker. They're going to help us get better body lines. First thing we're going to do, we're going to step off to the side of our tumble track. We're going to do what are called cherry pickers or tripods. Key for me is a cone behind the ears. I never want to let my arms out from behind my ears. I'm going to do 10 of these. The goal is I lunge into it, tap down, snap back up. If that feels a little easy, we can always just step back a little bit, get a deeper lunge and a deeper reach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing handstand snap-ups. I like the term snap up, not snap down. It's more about throwing your chest up and keeping everything light and breezy. Snapping down sounds heavy and damaging towards your lower body. So we're gonna enter from a deep lunge. We're gonna come up to that nice cone. We're gonna handstand, point our toes, step up and rebound. That's 1. Point those toes, step up and rebound. 2, 3, 4. You're gonna have some bad ones. 5, 6. It's important to keep that chin to chest, keep that tight hollow body line. 7, 8. Throw those arms behind the ears. 9. Last one. 10. Okay, so now we're gonna do kind of a cartwheel snap-up movement. Cartwheels are one of those skills that I'm gonna be honest with, I don't love to do myself. I have bad knees, they kind of feel kind of funky, but they're so good for learning how to stabilize, and that's why they're so important. I don't like doing them because I don't like to be stable, and that's actually a problem I need to work on. So when we enter our cartwheel, we're behind those ears. You're in a deep lunge. We kick through, we point our toes, we land, we snap up. That picking our chest up in the back end, that's what's gonna give us a better roundoff, a better handspring, a better tumbling pass. That's why this skill is important. I do not want to cross my face when I cartwheel. Good. Jackson, come on in. So on my tumble track, I have this T shape right here on the ground. I really, really dislike a cartwheel that lands in a T shape. It's dangerous, it hurts your wrists and your lower back, causes a lot of hip issues. We really want to focus on landing in a straight line like we're on a balance beam. Great. We're gonna do a full minute of these. Now we're gonna just kind of take on some deep lunges just to kind of let our heart rate rest, come down a little bit. We're gonna go down to the knee, down to the knee, down to the knee, down to the knee. Notice that I'm kind of balance checking. That's one of the big issues with an air track is that balance check. We need to learn how to stabilize through our little muscles, through our knees, through our ankles, through our quads and our hamstrings. We're gonna do this 2 times. So that's just 1 time. Do it right, those skies out, thighs out, those quads start to pull up your shorts. Cool, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing kneeling roundoffs. These are kind of to create some more power and some more explosion through our tumbling. Guys, as we're working this stuff, it's so important to realize with an air track, you want to take it down one full level, at least. But really, you want to focus on your level 1 and 2 skills. If somebody once said to me, I'm a good tumbler, but I have bad roundoffs. And I looked back at them and said, you're a bad tumbler then. Roundoffs and handsprings are the basics of everything, and if you're bad at those skills, you're really gonna always be in danger. So what you should be spending your time on during this quarantine is really trying to perfect your basics. So we're gonna drop a knee. We're gonna swing back, we're gonna stand up and kick free. Okay? We're gonna do this 10 times, so that's 1. We're gonna sit back, we're gonna hit that cone, we're gonna kick free. Cool, that's 2. I got a big belly, I gotta tuck my shirt in. Nice, there's 3. There's 4. 5. I'm kind of switching it up with my arms. I probably shouldn't be. I should be working those swings. 7. I'm running it backwards just so that way I know where my momentum's supposed to be going. 8. 2 more, baby. 9. Last one. 10. Okay, so it just wouldn't be a workout for me if you're not doing courbets. Otherwise known as donkey kicks. I just hate that word. It's ugly. Let's go French. Let's make it pretty. Okay, so we're behind those ears. Guys, these are kind of like funky, and you need to be sure that you're very smart about them. You do not want to push downwards. Keep up. We're doing 10 of these. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Okay, so now we're gonna move into kind of real tumbling. We're gonna go with standing handsprings. If that's not your skill set, you can go with a back walkover. I grew up in a generation where back walkovers were considered a girl's trick, so I can't necessarily demo that. I'm gonna demo the handspring, and then I'm gonna give you the third alternative, a back roll or an extension roll. So first, I'm just gonna start with standing handspring because that's gonna be the goal. A lot of people would say do the standing tuck here. I don't want the standing tuck yet. I just want handsprings. I want long, pretty handsprings. Arms behind, athletic position, nice takeoffs. Good. My elbows bent a little bit. I need to be a little bit faster through those shoulders. Yes, there we go. So again, a back walkover would be a nice alternative. I don't have that skill. So we're gonna go with a back roll. Okay, the nice snap up. If that's a little easy for you, let's go with an extension roll. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do 10 of those. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go into a round-off progression. It's so important to do progressions, especially when we're on terrains that aren't like a gym, like when we're not on spring floors. What we want to start with is just a basic round-off and make sure that that feels right. We're going to snap behind those ears. Okay, once we've got that down, we can start to move up towards a little bit harder skills. We can go into like round-off handsprings. Okay, we can also add on like things like a toe touch. I love round-off toe touches. They're such an important skill that a lot of people don't work with a lot, but I think that they really help us understand how balance works in the air. So like a round-off toe touch. Okay, we can move up into bigger skills and we don't have to always be working these easy stuff, but it's important to keep to basics and make sure we feel safe and not out of control. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is standing handspring progressions. We're going to start with a standing handspring, push it up into a handspring toe touch, then go into handspring handsprings. Depending on what kind of room you have on your air track and what kind of air track you have, that might be where you stop. Do not push yourself past like anything that feels dangerous. All right, I'm going to switch over to my brother Jackson and he's going to demo some stuff for you.